everybody, welcome back to my channel, and thank you to all my present and new subscribers. So it's time again for Tag Tuesday. So this was last week's finished tag. I put a bottle top onto the top of the tag. I put this outliner relief onto some of it, and then I went round with a marker and just did a sort of stitched. This is an extra bonus one that I did with the digi stamps. So yes, I've got a fair few, and I am going to get one of these. Hopefully follow Andrea's. She made a box to keep all her tags in, so I'm hoping that I'll get round to that and be able to do a tag holder. So Tag Tuesday is something that I set up a number of weeks ago, and it's on a Tuesday, and if you put hashtag Tag Tuesday hosted by myself on any social media, I'll know and I'll see it there. And if you do have a channel, feel free to make a video as well, or feel free to pop it on your social media with hashtag Tag Tuesday, and if not, you can also post it onto my community page. There's a few people who do that just now. You don't have to do it every single week, but it's free, so it's just a tag. You decide what goes on it and then do all the details. So I've been using some of the Inkylicious stamps in a video recently, probably quite recently. Probably filmed it at the same time as I'm filming this, so possibly you'll get the video for the cards that I made before this one. But this is an Inkylicious stencil, and it's a snowflake sheet stencil. They do lots of, I think I've used the bauble one before. There is one that's a leaf. There's various ones. So I just thought I'd carry on the same theme that I've been doing with the cards. So if you watched the video before this, you should be able to see what I was doing. So I'm just going to partially put the snowflake onto this, because obviously it's not going to fit the whole image onto. So I'm just going to have a little bit of the snowflake, and if you watch the other video, you'll see that I do that with a lot of the card as well. So I just put a little tape on just to hold that in place, because what I want to do is just put a little bit of background through the stencil, and then I'm going to stamp over the top. So I'm going to just rip that bit. I'm going to pop a bit there. Now I could have used my sticky mat, but you know, me being me, just gets the stuff out and says, oh, do this, to do that, which is just the way I craft. I mean, sometimes I do think about it a bit, other times I really do just wing it. So that's that. And I'm going to use these two little stamps that you'll see me using on the previous video as well, and it's just the holly and the pine stamps from Inkylicious, and these were gifted to me from Debbie of Inkylicious, so which was very nice, and they're gorgeous little stamps. So you know, don't always use all your stamps, don't just use the big stamps, use the small ones as well, because they're important too. Right, so I've got some brushes here, and I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I'm thinking, try and use a different colour. I used, I have put a teal, what do you call it, eyelet in, but let me see, what's this colour on here? So I'm going to use some of the Savage Patina, and I'm just going to go in, bring it into the centre off this. So it looks like there's probably nothing on this, but there actually is. It's just because it's so light, which is absolutely fine. Because I really just want to get the outline of the snowflake here. Don't really need to get anything much else. Do a wee bit in the middle as well. But I really just want the outline. Maybe go a bit deeper, slightly around the edges of these snowy snowflake arms, and that will do. Right, so now that I've used that blue, I can use some greens as well. So I'm going to come in with some, or will I use some greens or not? Could do. Maybe I'll actually use some blues. I know it's not traditional, it's not conventional, traditional if you want to call it, but let's try this bluebell and see what happens. So I'm inking up the, now let's see how dark that is. That's maybe too dark. Second generation, was it? Maybe second generation. So second generation is basically stamping off and then stamping onto your project, whatever it's going to be. So it's just a design really I'm making around the snowflake stencil. Like that. And this here that I'm doing stamping onto, I can use that as a background as well. If I want to, certainly. Right, so I'm now going to add, I think, some of the pine. So I'm just going to get rid of this as soon as I can. So the last time I did stamp the pine in, so that was bluebell, I did stamp the pine in green. I'm thinking I might change that up slightly. And I'm going to stamp it in this blue warm breeze. And we may be doing a stamp off as well for that one. Let me just see, because that's quite bright. Yeah, let's do a second generation for that as well. So just in between these other pieces of the holly, like that. Let's just do another bit here. That bit. Do a bit up the top because I haven't really done that either. So there we go. So let's just have a look and see what we have got as well. So as I say, I can use that for something else if I want to. So just very carefully peel this back. Now I have to watch here because I've done it on the paper. So sometimes I found in one of my videos it did rip slightly. So I have to be very just careful bringing that back when it's on the actual cardstock. But after that should be fine. So yeah, that is lovely. Really nice. I like that. So it really does have a nice, I think I'm going to have to wash this because it's a bit grubby now. So the next thing I want to do is just add a few extra bits to it. I'm going to put that over there. So what I did in the card I had in the last video was I did do it in green. So I then added red berries, but because I've done this in blues, I don't want to add red berries because I think that might spoil it. So I'm thinking I might add a blueberry or not. I don't know. Let me actually try the red berries onto this to see if that would make it, would spoil it. I don't really have any second generation kind of. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would just give it a different edge to it. Or what I could actually do is I could add some silver to it, or gold. What about gold? So let's try. So we've got gold here. Gold here. So these are the berries. And you might hear my landline in the background. I don't know, it's just rang. So, sorry for that if you did. Yep. So, just adding these in. Just to, yeah, that's quite nice. Just adds a little bit extra to it. That. That's all we need. Yeah, because that's all the berries that I can see. I think there might be a few there. That'll do. Okay, so that's quite nice. Right, let's pop that back. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of splattering. Now I know there's a bit on the bottom here, so I might have to just put a little bit of something around there just to hide that. So I did put Winter Wonderland in all the other ones, so I could pop that onto there as well. So I'm going to use this, where's the blue I had? This Bluebell Versafine Clear. And I can just add that onto there. Actually, I could put it there just to hide that messy bit at the bottom. Let's just do that. That's better. Yep. Quite happy with that. And then I'm just going to add a bit of a splatter of some, not that one, got it out already, this one here. So this is Glitter Gloss Aqua Shimmer from Nuvo. And I just want to frame it a wee bit, and then I'm just going to splat some bits on the top. Just like that. And there we have it. And I've got this gorgeous eyelash ribbon that I believe is called Eyelash Ribbon, which was from Kim Kelly, who I did a swap with not that long ago. So I'm going to put that into it as my into the top as my tag ribbon. So I'm just going to pop it through, hopefully. It's absolutely lovely stuff. I don't know where Kim got this. I'm going to have to ask her because I like it and I'd like to get some more. It's really nice stuff. I've never seen this, so I dare see you get it in Hobby Craft or something. So that is my tag for Tag Tuesday. Hope you liked it, and do let me know your thoughts. Do feel free to join in to this challenge. I actually just thought I might splat some of this. So this is an old, I've had this for ages, it's an old Spectrum Noir Sparkle pen, which is green. So let's see if we can just maybe add a little bit of, yeah, just a bit of that to there as well. There we go. So yes, so thanks so much. as I say, let me know your thoughts. Feel free to join in and let's see your lovely tags. Thanks so much. Bye for now.